we go. Okay. And because we're going to do half moon later and a fair few of them, we're going to start in reclining pigeon. So slide onto your backs. Left knee bent, left soles of the foot stays there, and then right ankle on top. Yep. Lovely. Lovely. Yep. Just start to notice how this is feeling. So we want to be kind of level 4 or level 5 out of 10. So we want to be just around the edges of sensation. And just see if you can allow the body to be a little bit heavier. And it's almost as if you've got a favourite creature that's just weighing you down. So just allow the body to get more comfortable in the earth. And sometimes even when we feel really kind of peaceful and really at ease, there's still some areas in the body that think they need to hold us together. So allow the shoulder blades to find the earth. And then just release the hands, let the fingers curl in. And then be heavy with the hips. And then see if you can feel that arch of your left foot. That really gorgeous curve in your left foot. And then really softly, really slowly change sides. Right. Yep. And maybe this side pigeon feels different. You might feel it in a different area or just the degree or the sensation. And this time, body's already nice and rested. We're going to just find a little bit of space in the breath, and that's going to help us later on. So we're going to inhale as usual and exhale. But after the exhale, we're going to have maybe a 2 or a 3 count pause. And then inhale as usual, no pause. Exhale, maybe a 1, 2, 3 count pause, and then an inhale. I'm just going to leave you with that breath, taking 3 or 4 complete rounds of that breath. And when you've completed that 3rd or 4th round, you can untangle the legs. Nice. Have a little bit of a wriggle. Yep. And we're going to stay fairly focused on the center of our body. Nice long lines either side of our waist. So with that in mind, If you have your block and it's near to you, you can grab it. If you have a little beautiful visitor, don't worry about the block, because you can do this next few things with your visitor on you, and it's a shame to move them. Yeah, I mean, we don't get enough time with the people and the animals that we love as it is. So if we've got the block, we're going to pop it in between our thighs. If we haven't, we're going to squeeze the thighs like we've got the block. Yeah. And then head stays on the ground, shoulders stay on the ground, and legs just lift up. So legs are straight up. Yeah. Yay. So block or no block, squeeze in. Head stays on the ground, neck is nice and free. And then just notice that that whole middle of our belly is active. See if you can get a little bit more active with the feet. Yep. And then notice the shape that your lower back is in. So it's probably fairly flat to the floor. And every time we do a little bit of stronger core work, just come back to this shape, belly hugging in. Spine not pressing back, but spine close to the floor. And then you can bend the knees, just take the soles of the feet down. Just have a little bit of a rock. Okay. In a minute, same position with the block, same position with the feet, but we're going to add a little bit of breath work. When you're ready, legs come up. If you want, stay here, head can stay, or lift the head and the shoulders off of the earth, your choice. Yep. And Gemma, have you got your block now? Because now is a great time. Yeah, kind of use, yeah, she's had enough of you. She's like, yeah, in between thighs rather than knee. Yeah, okay. So if you want, you can add a little bit more by lifting the head and the shoulders off. From here, as we inhale, squeeze the block. As we exhale, focus drawing the core back down into the spine. That's it. And then exhale, squeeze the block. We're going to add that pause. As we pause, we're going to lift the hips off of the ground. It's a tiny movement and it might not happen. So it's like a little rock. That's it. Inhale, lower the hips. Exhale, belly back. And leg up it. When you're ready, squeeze the block. Pause. Lift the hips a little bit off. So butt off, that's it. Belly back. Squeeze the block, exhale. Pause, lift the hips. Ooh. The legs are going to come closer to you, that's fine. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the block. Pause, lift the hips, legs will come closer to your head, that's fine, that's it. Last one. Exhale, squeeze the block. Pause, lift the hips. Inhale, lower the head, lower the legs, release the block. Yeah, and then just come to a sweet Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet meet, each of your 10 toes find home. With the other side, left and right sides meet and merge. Yeah. Nice. You at any point can change any of these asanas, any of these postures to something that suits you where you're at right now. Otherwise, block comes in between the feet and we're in the same position with the legs. So legs are straight out. Notice if the belly has risen up and notice if the lower back is curled up with it. Is it possible for you to bring the lower back a little bit closer to the ground? And then very gently move the legs possibly 30 degrees lower to the ground, just 30 degrees. That's probably about, what, 5 inches lower? Yep, hold here, hold the block. Squeeze the block with the feet, And then inhale, knees and hips one straight line. Exhale, 30 degrees closer to the ground. Inhaling, in line. Last one. Exhale, squeeze the block. Inhale, draw it back. If you need a little bit of respite, and I think actually I do, then drop the knees, drop the feet and have a little bit of a windscreen wiper just to reset the belly. And you might want to rub the belly as well. Yep. And then we're going to do similar. When you're ready, join me when you're ready. We grab the block. This time we go 30 degrees closer to the floor, but to the right. So we've moved our legs to the right and closer to the floor. That's it. And then back into the center. 30 degrees closer to the floor and to the left. So we're making a diagonal line with that. That's it. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhaling, center. Exhale to the left. Keep the block squeezed. Inhale, center. Stay here. We're going to now match those movements up and form a little triangle. Exhale to the right. Keep the block in that same position as you draw it to the left. So keep it low as you draw it to the left. That's it. And then draw it into the middle. That's the top of your triangle. Exhale to the right. To the left. Inhale. Tip of the triangle. That's it. Exhale right. And left. Inhale. Tip of the triangle. Other side. Exhale left. Side. Center. Nice. Do one more. And then release, 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 release. Yeah, get rid of the block for a minute and just have a little massage or a little, yeah. Check in with how you feel. And actually I had got another part planned, but I think we'll forego it. Come and find cat cow, because, well, I say this all the time after we've done core work, but cow is going to feel glorious. It's gonna feel like ice cream. So we lost Fia at a pivotal point. So you're cowing. Yep. If you want a little bit more in your cow, because we've just really engaged the core, then tuck the toes and press them into the earth as you find that little back bend in cat cow. And Louise, if this feels nice, this is a nice movement for your pelvis. You'll feel the coccyx move with this. It might be a nice thing, it might not. So go slow. Brilliant. And then take your time. We're going to come into dolphin. We're going to come into dolphin with our hands interlaced. So hands interlaced in front of you. Try and keep the elbows squeezed in. And just for now, lift the hips up. Yeah. And be wherever you want to be in your dolphin. We'll make it a little bit harder and a little bit more specific in a minute. But for now, forearms push down into the earth. Back of the body nice and long, and feet are active. Yeah. You can do the same thing with forearms down in tabletop if dolphin doesn't feel right. Entirely your choice. We've got 3 more long breaths. Yeah. See if you can just release the head a little bit. Last breath. And then drop the knees down. Yep. And then if you want, you can stay on your forearms. It might be nice just to have the rest for the wrists, or feel free to be on your wrist, whatever feels better. Just gently straighten out the right leg and take some little pulses, because we're going to be using this action. Yeah, just like yesterday, except a slightly different movement. We're using that whole back line. Yeah. Nice. And then swap legs. Really, really reach out through that leg. So try and get that leg really long, as if it's kind of pulling out of its socket. I promise you it won't. Slow it down a little bit, Gemma. Really slow it down. So there's, yeah. So it's less momentum, more action. Nice. And then knee can come down. We're going to do that same action in dolphin. Same action, all right? Forearms come down. Yep. Hands wherever. I prefer them interlaced, but if you want them spaced out with the palms flat, then be my guest. Toes are lift up. Okay. From here, rock the weight forward until you feel shoulders and elbows one straight line. Lift up onto your tiptoes and lift the right leg as far as it will go into the air. And then, just as we did a moment ago, you want to pulse that leg, and almost as if you're trying to get the foot up and over the hip. So you start to get a little bit lighter on the left foot. That's it. Walk the right foot in a little bit so you can get a little bit higher, and just do the last couple. Yep, keep that leg straight, Louise, unless it wants to bend, in which case bend it, yeah. And then onto your knees. Take a deep round of recovery breath. Really, really deep. Really use it. Inhale as you come back up. And exhale back up to dolphin. So walk a little bit closer in. If you felt like you hadn't got any lift in the feet, walk a little bit closer in, as long as the range of motion agrees with you. And then same thing, left leg pulses up. As you pulse, see if you can get a little bit lighter on that right leg. And you might lift the right leg off of the ground as that left, yes. As that left leg tips over, yes. Let it come from that, yes. Not really nice. Last one. And then foot comes down, knees come down. You can either rest on your back or you can rest in child, whatever is a restful pose for you. Just because someone said that child is a rest pose does not make it a rest pose. Wherever we are, 2 deep breaths. When you're ready, first down dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Whatever you need in down dog, whatever you need. If you don't need it, don't take it. Yep. If you've been on your feet all day, no, don't bother. If you've been on your feet all day, you can take a little calf stretch. So Louise, you can still take a calf stretch, extending one leg behind you, tucking the toes, and then just pressing and pushing the heel back, and that'll still give you a little calf stretch. Yeah. And then when you've had enough of down dog, however you wish to come into your version of a forward fold. Yep. Whether that's a flat back for you, it's still a forward fold, or whether that's a totally rounded back. Either way, that core that we've just really, really worked, see if you can keep it active to keep the spine nice and long. Inhale, arms at your choice, flat back. Yes. Stay with the core engaged as you exhale, bend the knees, sit low, chair. Inhale, press down through the earth, lift up. Exhale, thumbs into the heart. Inhale, lift up. This time, exhale, thumbs back into the heart. Stay here. Press the left leg down and take the right knee into the chest, or as close as it feels comfortable to do. Whoops. From here, start bending the left knee until you come into a single leg chair. Try and keep the torso up. And then inhale, right leg straightens, right leg to the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, arms wherever you feel most comfortable, but the feet are pressing in. They're almost kind of squeezing and grabbing. Exhale, weight comes back, head stays lifted, chair, push back. Inhale, press through the floor, lift up. Exhale, thumbs flutter, heart center. Inhale, little baby back bend. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, right leg stays down. Left leg lifts up. Yep. Take your time. Squeeze the core in. Bend the knee. To any degree, to any degree. Keep the torso fairly up. Yep. And let that right foot wobble a bit. Let it navigate the change. So you might feel the arch kind of lift and collapse. That's fine. It will do that. And then foot comes down, leg straightens. Inhale as we rise. Exhale, forward fold. Last one. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, sit low, squatty squats, chair, Utkatasana. Nice. Is there a reason that your right leg is further forward than your left feet? Is it just better on your or is it might be the light? Okay. Press through the heels and lift all the way up, all the way up. Nice. Exhale, thumbs into the heart center. Inhale, lift all the way up. We're not doing those little one-legged chairs. Lift up onto your tiptoes. Really, really stretch the full of the front body. And exhale, forward fold. Yeah. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, step the right leg back, finding some space in the hip flexors. Untuck the right toe. Inhale, press down to lift up. Exhale, nothing fancy, down dog. Inhale, slide the body forward, squeeze the fingers, ease the hips down. I couldn't remember the name of it, a plank pose. In my head, I was like, what are we doing? I almost said child's. I was like, let's do it as child's. We're in plank, we're loving it. It could have been child's, but no, we're in plank. Head is up. Fingers are massively active, as if we're squeezing the mat, really, really active. Shoulder blades are squeezed onto our back. Yes, feet are active. And then exhale, knees down, belly down. Inhale through to Sphinx, nice and easy, gentle. Exhale, elbows wide, arms underneath, tuck the toes. Lift up, knees down, plank. Stay here, lift the belly. Exhaling, down dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Yay. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, take a little walk along the beautiful bejeweled path of your mat into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back if it suits you. Yep. Exhale, bend the knees. Chair pose, lovely. Press through, lift up. Exhaling, thumbs, heart center. Inhale, as the arms come up, lift onto the tiptoes, stretch the whole front of your body. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pause. Exhale, left leg back. Left Bajani down. Yep, that was Bajani. Just thought I'd go with it. Arms all the way up as you press down. Yeah, we've already worked this whole area, so make it have a little space. And then exhale, hands down, down dog. As slow as you possibly can, inhale through to plank, as slow as you possibly can. So you feel every single degree of movement. Stay here, lift the belly up. As if you've still got that block in between your thighs, squeeze the thighs. And then drop the knees. Drop the belly, Keep the hands underneath the shoulders, elbows tucked in. Lift up, cobra. Elbows stay bent, Trish, stay bent. Much more work, yeah. Exhaling all the way down. Do it once more. Inhale, cobra. Yep, exhaling lower. Inhaling, push the floor away, tuck the toes. Exhaling, lift knees down, plank. Inhale as we pause, belly lifts off. Exhaling, down dog. Inhale as we look forward. Feel free, if a jump is on the agenda, feel free. Otherwise, a little walk on that nice crisp grass of your mat. This time, inhale, press the earth away, lift all the way up. And exhale, as you gather the breath, gather the hands. Oh, Tadasana mountain pose. Yeah, nice. First of our slightly tricky balances. Everything's prepped. If you need to adjust, adjust. As I said before, the higher you go, the nicer it is. And the more you bend your elbows and take the arms in, the nicer it is as well. From here, left leg stays as it is. Right knee comes into the chest. We're going to come down into our chair pose. Yay, lovely. From here, try and keep the torso up, but come a little bit lower with the knees and the hips. And then slide that right knee behind you as you come into a bent knee, warrior three. Yep, nice. And then straighten out that left leg. Warrior three, arms behind you. From here, we're going to come into a high half moon. So turn towards the space. So you're turning towards the right side of your mat. Open up the hips. Check in with the body. Yep. And then step back if you haven't got a cattail there. Reverse warrior. Lovely. Windmill the hands. Down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees down, elbows bend, all the way to the floor. Inhale, cobra or locust, whatever takes your fancy. Exhale, hands back. Inhale as you tuck the toes. And exhale, push to a knees down plank. Stay there, lift the belly off. Exhaling, down dog. Your choice. Inhale, look forward, or maybe inhale, grab your blocks. Exhale, jump or a walk. You know best. You know best. Yep. Press the earth away. Inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, Tadasana mountain pose. Beautiful. Right leg stays as it is. Right foot presses into the ground and feels all of those pressures. Those precious pressures. Left knee comes into the chest. So close to the mirror. Right leg bends. Yet single leg chair pose. Draw the belly in. Stay here. Eyes are focused. Torso is up, looking nice. Slide that leg in and back. Keep the front knee a little bit bent. And then straighten when you wish. Stay here. Let that foot have a explore. And then turn towards the left side of your mat. Arms by your side. Yay. Nice. Really nice. Bend the front knee. Back foot lands. Reverse warrior. Nice and easy. Yeah. Bend the front knee, Gemma, a little bit. That's it. And then exhale. Windmill down. Down dog if you fancy it. A little twist if you prefer. Inhale through to plank. Exhale, knees down, elbows bent. Inhale, locust. or cobra. Yep. Exhale to lower. Inhale to tuck the toes, press the floor. Exhale to push, knees down, plank. Inhale, lift the core, squeeze the fingertips. Exhale, down dog. Your choice, grab your blocks or don't grab your blocks. If you're jumping, go on an exhale. If not, walk forward. Okay. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhaling, Tadasana, mountain pose. Perfect. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head hang and the eyes be heavy. Adding on here. Exhale, step back, down dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Squeeze that right glute just like we did in dolphin. Exhale, right leg through. Left heel down. We're going to come up to warrior one. That's it. Inhaling. Front knee bent. So warrior one, it's my fault, Jim. I know we haven't done this. Front knee bent, just like in warrior two, but the arms are up. Yes. And rather than the hips being faced to the long edge of the mat, they're normally faced to the short edge. But actually, I find it's better if we angle the hips to the left diagonal line. So the left edge of your mat. So your hips, so turn the hips a little bit to the left. Yeah, that's it. Nice. And then keep the hips where they are. Just take the arms out to the side. They'll be uneven. That's fine. And then hook the thumbs, lift them up. Okay, it gets a little bit complicated. I'm going to try my best. Exhale, drop the hands down just because Merlin's kind of in my way. From here, we're going to walk the hands forward and take that foot, that back foot, a step in. So we've walked the hands forward and we've taken the back foot a step in. So we basically come into standing split prep. Whole hand is on the floor. Yep. And then if you want, left leg can come up. And you can take a little hop there. So we're basically in almost like a down dog position, but with the right leg halfway, a third of the way in. But you want you want the palms of your hands down. And if you want to, you can have a little go with a hop. If not, not the end of the world. Once you've had a play, step back, down dog. Yep. Inhale, right leg sweeps up. Same leg. Exhale, right leg comes through back into warrior one. Lift up. Left heel down, right leg bent. Hips face the left corner of your mat. Arms up. We're back in warrior one, Fee. That's it. Okay. From here, we're going to come into side angle. So allow the hips to come a little bit towards the long edge of your mat now. And fall. Yes. If it feels harsh on your back, you can bring this arm down here. Don't have to have both arms there. Your choice. You can have both arms here. It's very Corey. From here, we're going to come into half moon. All we're going to do is start to take the weight forward and then lift up, half moon. Yes, and you'll feel it in your core. Stay with it. Keep breathing. That's it, really nice. And then bend the front knee. Come back into side angle, arms up. Yep. Side angle, arms are up. Yeah. Take a break, take modifications whenever you need. Exhale, straighten that front leg, triangle. Arms still stay up. It's quite back heavy, so go easy. Stay with the side line. Don't allow the chest to go forward. Stay with the side line. From here, one hand comes down. Yeah. Top arm comes behind you. You can look behind. And then that hand that's behind you, let it curve and bind. So it comes all the way, it wraps around you. So it's like this behind you. That's it. Legs are still in triangle though. Legs are still in triangle. And then with that arm behind you and one arm supported on the thigh, let the head go and you should find a trap stretch. So let the head kind of hang and feel the length going through that left side of the neck. If it feels nice, you can look down. Nice. And then very gently turn the hips, turn the head till everything's facing the short edge of your mat. Pop your arms down, take a step in, come into pyramid pose. Yep, so we're in pyramid. Might be nicer to be pyramid on your blocks feet. It's going to give you a bit more space for your back. Both feet are facing forward. So it's just as if you've taken a step forward. It's just as if you're walking, you've taken a step forward, toes are facing forward, hips are facing forward, and then you've decided to pick something shiny off of the floor. I'm using blocks just because that feels nicer on my back, and I'm able to get a fairly firm, strong back. Yeah. So a long back if you can. If you start to round, that's a nice thing to grab blocks so that you feel a little bit, yeah. And if you can, rather than just being this passive stretch, press the front heel in and pull it towards you so you activate the hamstring. Okay. From here, bend the front knee. From here, take the hands off the blocks if that's where they are and interlace them and pop them onto the front thigh. So your hands are resting, interlaced on the front thigh. From here, lift the chest up. That's it. So our hands are resting on our front thigh, chest is lifted. From here, lean forward until that back foot feels light, and you once again make your way into warrior three. That's it. Nice. If it feels right, take the arms up by the ears in your warrior three and open up. Just like we did, we're back into that horrible half moon with the arms. That's it. Really nice, you've got it. And then back foot, reverse your warrior. Front knee bent, back leg straight, side of the body long. Lovely. And then exhale, windmill the hands. Come back, down dog if it suits you. Something else. Either way, 3 long breaths. Sorry we keep losing you, Fiona. Yeah, hopefully you can hear me. So we're in down dog or a posture of your choice with another 2 breaths entirely our own before we come into the other side. Last breath. And then if you're not already in down dog, come back. Inhaling, left leg sweeps up and high. Yep, push the earth away. Exhale, take it all the way through. Land the back heel. Inhale, warrior three. This time, hips are diagonal to the right edge, that right corner. Arms are up. So it's a little back bend. That's it. When we next exhale, land the hands either side of that front foot. We're going to do 2 things. We're going to step that back foot a little way in and walk our hands out. Now for me, that means I run into my wall, so I'm going to take a step back. But we've essentially come into a weird down dog. And then if you wish, right leg lifts and you take a little hop. Your choice. You can take 1 or 2 and then back into down dog. Nice and easy. Inhale, left leg back up. Same again, just adding on. Exhale, left leg through, right heel down. Inhale, warrior one, hips towards that right corner. Really nice. Stay here, warrior one. From here, we're going to shift our hips towards the long edge of our mat, coming to the side of our waist, and tilt towards the front. That's it. That's it. Stay with those long lines. Really nice. Side angle with the arms up. Core should be really, really firing now. From here, start to take the weight forward. And then lift. And come in to that half moon. Yep. You can bend the elbows at any stage. You can bend them. Yeah, you can come higher at any stage. Keep the chest open to the walls. Go easy, Louise. And then step all the way back. Arms stay out. Back into your side angle. So it's exactly what we've just done, but we've landed the leg. Gently straighten that front leg. Triangle. Stay here. That's it. Spin the torso to your photos, Gemma. That's it. That's it. Reach the fingers out. You too, Trish, as well. Find the side line. And then hand comes down. Top arm comes behind you. You can gaze behind if it feels nice. Yeah, arm is long. And then bend the top elbow. Let the arm wrap around you. My music has just decided to do something really crazy. And then let the head hang off the neck. And hopefully in triangle, you should feel this really lovely trap release. Yeah. Make sure you're not hanging in the joints. So even though it's more effort, press the feet into the floor and squeeze them together as you let the side of the head go long and go heavy. Really nice. Really nice. And then draw the head all the way back up. Spin till you face the front of your mat. Blocks or no blocks. Pyramid pose. Left leg is in front. Right leg, maybe about 1.5 feet behind, depending on what you need. And again, it's just like you've just taken a giant step forward and then leant forward and bent down with the torso alone. From here, whatever you're on, shin or blocks, draw the core away from the earth and squeeze the legs down. As you squeeze the legs down, push the heel into the ground and squeeze that heel closer to the back foot. So switch on that back hamstring. And then gently come off of your blocks. Bend the front knee. Interlace your hands and pop them on the thigh. Press down with the hands, really, really press down. And then from that press, lift the chest up. Yes. Start to lean forward. And then come into probably the worst warrior three ever. How is it this horrible coming from this position? If you feel ready, straighten the leg. Chest is long. Sides of the waist are long. Arms can come in front by the ears. And then turn the hips towards the right. Yep. So you're back in that warrior three, Gem, that horrible warrior three. If you want. And then step back, land and reverse the warrior. Oh, nice. Reach through that top fingers. Exhaling all the way back, down dog. Beautiful. Inhale as you pause. Exhale, back into plank, last bit. Pause here as you inhale. Exhale, knees down, last vinyasa. Inhale, locust or cobra, back bend of your choice. Exhaling, down dog. Nice and easy down dog. Yeah. As you inhale, come onto your knees. If you want to stay on your shins, stay. If you want to come and sit on a block or a bolster, whatever is going to make your body comfortable, do so. So just stay here and just close your eyes and just allow the body to be comfortable. It's spent the last 50 minutes being uncomfortable. So as you close your eyes, just notice how it feels to be in your body. And then we really did some fairly challenging transitions, some new ways to look at some of the postures that we do all the time. And just notice if you feel more frustrated than normal. If there's a sense of being a little bit annoyed with your body because you found it more difficult than normal. And just know that in all things, including our yoga practice, our body does the very best it can for us at all times. It does its very best. And if you can, just take 3 long breaths, just letting everything go. And on that 3rd breath, if your eyes are still closed, you can allow the eyes to open. Put the hands onto the tops of the shoulders and take some decent circles. Yeah. And as you breathe out, allow the elbows to come close into those really hard-working obliques. And see if every time you circle and every time you exhale, you can soften the obliques. And then take it into the other way. Very nice. From here, inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Yeah, and have a little reach side to side. So a nice mobilization with no weight. And when you want to come down from this little rope climb, you can interlace your hands behind your head. Very gently press the back of the head into the hands. And stay here and breathe. Notice if, as you press the head into the hands, if anything else in the body relaxes. So as you push the head into the hands, is there anywhere else in the body that's suddenly set free? And then loosen that press. Exhale, bend the elbows together. Inhale, elbows wide, chest forward. Exhale. Inhale, elbows wide, chest forward. Really try and get the elbows wide. Last one, exhale. Inhale. Okay, nice. Take the arms by your side. We're going to take a nice easy twist, and then we're going to come and take a twist with one leg bent. As we inhale, lift both arms up. And as we exhale, twist towards the right. Really gentle. Let the torso turn, let the shoulders turn. Let the head turn, and then just nod the head so it's looking down. Inhale as we lift the arms all the way up. And deep releasing exhale. as it turns towards the other side. And then if it feels nice, just let the head nod forward. And then inhale as we come back up. Exhale, bring the hands into prayer. From here, we're going to come into a bent knee twist. So legs are straight. Yep. If you prefer to be on your back, be on your back. Yep. Absolutely. Otherwise, left leg straight, right knee bent, and right sole of the foot into the inside of your thigh. If you wish, you can stay here. It's half Baddha Konasana. If you prefer, you can take this whole foot underneath you and have a little sit on that foot. Up to you. If you haven't tried it, see what it feels like. Sometimes it feels really good. I think for me, it depends on kind of the time of the month and everything. The nice thing with sitting on your heel, and I wouldn't recommend it for you, Louise, on both counts, but the nice thing is it elevates your hips. So you'll find you've got a little bit of more motion to go forward. So choose where you want to be. And then wherever you are, press down the hands into the earth, feel what's underneath, and very gently tip the torso forward. Just remember that I've been gardening in bare feet and now I'm wearing white leggings, so I might not sit on my foot. And then very gently come all the way up. If you are sitting on your heel, just release the heel. Same leg bend, but this time it comes up and over. So this whole line, you should feel it. You can actually see it in my leggings really well. You can kind of now realize what is getting longer. When we take this leg, hopefully you should see there's a lot more stretch going through here. You can stay here with this leg bent, or straight I should say, or you can bend that leg in if you wish, Top knee stays facing the ceiling, opposite arm comes in, and then hand comes close to the butt. Yeah, for God's sake, just close the eyes or look to the edges of your vision. And before we come out, is it possible to get a little bit heavier with the hips? So it's almost like a sighing out breath. You can kind of give more of the weight. You get a little bit heavier and a little bit more forgiving. And then come all the way back. Find your center. Just allow the head to nod down, forehead to the knee. And then hands come way behind you so that you can lean back and untangle the legs, both legs straight. Right knee bends. Either sole of the foot comes to the inside of the thigh, so you're in like Baddha Konasana but half. Or if you prefer, you can sit on that heel. Traditionally, it's perineum, so it's kind of pelvic floor area. And wherever you are, use the hands to press down to lift up and away. Yep. And then exhale as you fold forward. Whenever you want to, you can come up. If you're sitting on the heel, just take the leg away. That right knee comes in. It comes all the way across. The higher it comes, so the closer it comes to the hip, the more you'll feel that length. You might not need that length. You might not want that length. It's your choice. Maybe you bend that leg. Maybe it stays straight. Either way, we drop into the body. We drop into the earth. Top knee stays facing the ceiling. Opposite arm gathers that leg in. And then close your eyes and maybe just allow the head to nod down. Make sure the belly is moving as you breathe. And then once again, drop the weight into the earth. So it's like you slacken off the whole body. And then gently come back into center. Take your hands way behind you so you can rock onto your sit bones. Go easy. Yep. If you want to grab jumpers before we lay down, great. If you want to turn off your lights, go for it. I'm going to turn off my main light as well so it's not so bright for you. However you best find comfort on your back. Let's find it now. And we've done a lot of pelvic floor and a lot of inner thigh and a lot of deeper core levels and a lot of obliques. So that high kind of central line. So it might be you want to come into a neutral position and maybe just rest your hands on your belly and just ease the fibers of the belly up and down. If you prefer to bring a block to underneath the soles of your feet and allow the knees to roll into a full Baddha Konasana and focus on releasing any tension that we've created inside the center of our belly. But wherever you've chosen to breathe, however you've positioned the body, however the body's asked to be positioned, can you breathe into the belly? Can you allow the belly to move up and down, in and out? When you allow the belly just to be a little bit softer, when you notice that it's yielded to the shape or to your breath, We're going to take 3 twists, and at any point you can revisit or you can change your mind. So they get progressively deeper. If things are going on with the spine or the hips, use a bolster or a big chair, not a big chair, a big sofa cushion, or a pile of blocks towards your left hand side for the start. So that you can, it's a gentle twist. It's not a massive ask for the spine. Yeah. And we're going to start pile of blocks or bolster by the left hand side, knees wider than the mat, feet wider than the mat, with little windscreen wipers. And windscreen wipers are something that we do often. It's a really lovely place for the body to be. And you can either play around with how close the feet are to your hips, so moving the feet closer to the bottom of your mat or closer to the top. Or you can play around with the head and the eyes going in the opposite direction of the knees. If these windscreen wipers are feeling just the ticket, stay with them. Otherwise, you can start to slow the movements and come into stillness. Soles of the feet rest on the floor, arms come into a T shape where you can bend the elbows if you haven't got so much room. Lift the hips off of the floor as you press the feet down and slide the hips towards the right. So the hips just move off to the side and then you land the hips down. With the hips off to one side and the knees going to the other, lift the feet off of the ground, knees and ankles squeeze together. As you exhale, allow the knees to land on your cushion or your bolster or blocks. And belly is soft. Gently move one leg at a time. Leave the core switched off, even if it's tempting. So don't do both legs together. Leave it switched off. Whatever setup you've got going on your left-hand side, I know it's annoying, but bring it to your right. And then lay that weary, gorgeous body down. Arms out to a T or to a cactus. Yep. Knees are bent, soles of the feet on the floor. Lift the hips off of the ground and shift the hips over to the left. That's it. And then set the hips back down. With the hips off to the left, but the feet off to the right. Take the feet off of the ground. Knees and ankles together. And exhale, slowly land the knees on whatever you've got to cushion them. If you want to come out now, one leg at a time, coming back to a more neutral spine. Nice. And I said that we're going to do 3 twists, and we've only done 2. But hopefully that feels like we've released the back. We've been able to soften and massage a little bit the insides. So just notice now if it's easier to let the breath fill and move the belly. And we spent the whole of the class really working on lengthening out the left and the right sides of our torso. And not only lengthening them, but really using the sides of our waists. And if you just pop your hands to either side of your waist, if it feels comfortable, you can keep them there. You might want to cross the arms over your chest and the hands come to either side of your waist. And then just breathe in and out to where you feel your hands. Really deep, full breaths. And if you still have your hands on the sides of your waist, you can take them off. If you want, you can stay where you are and just reach over and just turn the screen off and just stay with this pranayama, this meditation. Otherwise, curl into a comfortable ball rolled onto your side. And it might be the first time today that you've noticed how you feel. So you've asked your body the question, how do I feel? And you notice the answer. When you're ready, inhale, deep, deep, full breath. When you feel ready, use that inhale to lift you all the way up, seated position. Sweet. Inhale if you're ready, arms up. exhale, they find earth. Inhale as they come up through the sky. Exhale as they reach back down to the ground. Inhale, your left and your right sides meet. They merge into the center. Namaste. Namaste. Everyone's in dark.